Hello, beautiful beings, and welcome to Inspired Awakening, episode 23. We're doing an energetic check-in with the frequency of abundance. So this is just a check-in with the energy. Mainly, I'm channeling the Cosmic Elfian Elementals of abundance, just doing a check-in, and I'm just like following the call of spirit where it leads me. And we're just doing like an energetic check-in right now, seeing how things are. So we're doing this check-in around the start of April, and this video is coming out the start of May because the energetic check-in is from April to October, but the messages will kind of go into effect in May, which is why it's coming out in May. But for me to be able to channel the check-in, it has to be in the beginning of April. Very interesting. I just follow the guidance and I do what I'm told. So that being said, I want to start off this channeling with a very different way of elevating energy. So typically I do a protection. I like to do an energy protection, but I want to take a few minutes to do a gratitude before I allow the channeling to flow through me. And I'm feeling like it's not going to be that long of a channeling. It's just like direct messages. So let's just take a second, and I want to do like 3 main affirmations of gratitude to elevate our energy, as opposed to just doing protection, because we can be, offense, or defense all we want with the protections, I guess. But the gratitude is elevating your own energy in a different way to not allow negative energy to reach you. So gratitude is one of the highest frequencies and connected to abundance. So right now, say, I am grateful for how abundance shows its face in my life. I am grateful for how abundance shows its face in my life. I am grateful for how abundance shows its face in my life. I am grateful for the heartbeat of the earth. I am grateful for the heartbeat of the earth. I am grateful for the heartbeat of the earth. I am grateful for myself. I am grateful for myself. I am grateful for myself. I feel better. I do. So we're going to have a divine masculine, Cosmic Elfian Elemental of abundance come through and give us this like energetic check-in messages that's going to kind of guide us through to October, just a little check-in. So, divine masculine, Cosmic Elfian Elemental of abundance. When I step back, you may step forth. Hello, beautiful beings. So we have a quick little check-in for you. So first and foremost, what I'd like to say is congratulations to all of you who have overcome the challenges of fear, the challenges of obsessiveness, the challenges of anxiety, and the challenges of change. Those of you who have overcome obstacles. Moving forward into this period of time that the communicator laid out, it is the time to continue to overcome obstacles, because every obstacle you overcome is met with glorious abundance. Think of the abundance that you receive after overcoming the obstacles laid before you as the reward for your good work, as the universe paying you for doing your job in the collective reality by overcoming any obstacles that may prevent you from the reality that the collective all so desperately needs in the higher polarity. So what's important for you to know now from the period of, it goes into effect starting in May, and this is for you to allow yourself to trust divine timing. We have given this affirmation before, but we will give it again. Abundance finds me. Prosperity finds me. My karma is clean. I trust divine timing. That is the mantra that should lead you from May to October, specifically from May to the end of September. And that is because the more that you shift your mindset to believing that what is of a higher resonance will find you, and as long as you set the intention to clear your karma, to activate your good karma, and you trust the divine timing in which it will find you, that will manifest what you are seeking. This is a period of uncertainty for the collective all, but know that abundance comes in all ways, and sometimes things seeming negative might just be the light shining on the truth. Think of it like this. when it seems like overwhelming amount of things coming forth, like, oh, I didn't know this, I didn't know this, I didn't know this, I didn't know that. All these things coming forth, where it seems like, oh, the world is getting worse. Well, those things sort of already happened. Now you're just becoming aware of them, and because you're becoming aware of them, that means that the earth is resonating in a higher frequency, because now you can see things for what they are. So don't confuse the truth with the negativity, but don't confuse negativity with the truth. There's a difference, and that difference is how you feel. Do you feel, actually, okay, now that I know this, everything makes so much more sense? Or do you feel, That is how you know. Fear will make you anxious and afraid because it wants to drain your energy. Clarity will elevate your energy. This is a period of time that's a little bit uncertain for us higher beings because it is up to you humans to decide what to do. So maybe messages coming forth in the future aren't going to be directly personal to the period of time because the choice is your free will. It is a test of your free will. So you might learn things here or there. Messages coming through will be about random things because this period of time is up to you. Use your free will and accept the free will of others. It is the great test of free will. If you use your free will to align yourself with higher frequencies, you help elevate the earth. Use your free will wisely. That was very quick. So very quick. Very quick, but I feel it. I feel like they don't have much to say anymore. Normally they have a lot to say, but it kind of feels like right now, this is what it is. They've told us everything we need to know about our current situation, and it's up to us to decide where to go. And I feel like, they could have messages for more personal things, more direct questions, but I felt like they just had that message to share. And that's it. And they've only guided me, what they've guided me to do channelings about are almost like silly things, like coming up like things about crystals and animals and colors, things not necessarily related to current goings on. And I think that is true, that I felt it too. This is just the period where we choose. This is an intense period where we choose. And after we make our choice, once we hit October, things will be different. And then they'll have more to say. But if you have any specific questions, please let me know, because that might help me. Because when I asked them, what do we need to know, they just told me to sit down and do this one video specifically for that time frame. And there's nothing else that we need to know. That's kind of it. And as a channeler, that's kind of like a scary thing for me, because you think that there is so much that we need to know. But sometimes enough has been said, and we have to make some choices so they know how to guide us next. And I felt it in my own life that my guides are kind of stepping back a little bit more. They're telling me, use your free will a little bit, and I feel them guiding me that I'm on the right path when I use my free will. But it feels that way, that there is a shift in the way that messages are coming through, that a lot of us are becoming more aware of things, and thus the intense need for downloads of messages coming through isn't as necessary as it once was. There was a significant shift in our reality 5 years ago that gave a trauma to everyone, but we overcame it. And as we enter into the next 5 years, there are more shifts coming. It doesn't feel like shifts like, oh, the new golden age is happening now, but it feels like shifts in the sense of change is happening that's putting us on course, or not. But the way that I look at the world, the real world sometimes, when I check in on the news just to see what's going on, I see that everything is a test of free will. And the Elfian realm has encouraged me more to use my clairaudiency, encouraging me more to use my free will to determine what messages I allow to flow through, because we're in a test of free will. This is the period of time where we choose whether or not we're going to repeat the past mistakes that caused the fall of Atlantis. Are we going to continue the experimentation? Or are we going to finally put a stop to it so that we can move forward? anything that infringes on free will is not of the higher polarity. Okay, beautiful beings, I just took a second to check in with the Elfian realm, kind of about a little bit more about what the message that came through was. And what I gathered from them is that during this time period from May until October, this is a time for personal work. So they're saying they have no more like collective messages, because any message they deliver for the collective is going to be the same. So about the bigger things, not about like the more silly things like crystals, colors, those things. Those things they will always have things to say about, because those things never change. But for the other things, for the more channeled guidance about this, about that, general messages they're not going to have as much as like personal. That's why ask questions, yes, or sign up for sessions. So in the description, I have information about channeled readings for one-on-one messages. Because the thing that I kept hearing as I'm sitting down, I'm trying to connect, is it's time to overcome spiritual sloth. Overcome the sitting and waiting for things to happen. I am studying now, getting a certification in the law of attraction and law of attraction teaching. And what I am learning is that a big part about manifesting and attracting things is taking that action. You have a spiritual sloth if you sit down and you expect things to happen without doing anything. And your action could be as simple as taking steps for connecting to your spirit team, receiving a reading, a healing, doing a meditation, doing yoga, practicing gratitude like we did at the beginning of the video. So you have to take that action. It's time to, you know, stop expecting that, the new reality is going to happen and I don't need to do anything. What the Elfian realm wants you to know is that it is time to exercise your free will, to take these steps necessary to manifest a better reality. So take those steps. It is not the time to sit still. It is the time for action. Stay inspired, beautiful beings. Sending you love and light.